All right, boys are headed in to the building. I wish you could see. Brooks has a walkie-talkie on his waistband of his shorts, but you can't really see it. No, you can't see it. Anyway, okay, so I just said I didn't know when we were gonna vlog again. Well, here we are. So the boys are gonna get in and start doing something. I'm gonna run and get them some lunch and bring it back quick. But yeah, it's a Saturday, Small Business Saturday, guys. But the joke's on us. It's every Saturday that's Small Business Saturday. Anyway, so today on the agenda is going to be something super random that is not actually that important. It's just annoying that it has been sitting there for so long and we haven't done anything with it. I bought this little kitchen shelving thing that's gonna go in the staff lounge for the microwave, and it's just gonna give us more room. The microwave is now kind of over by the mailboxes, and it's just kind of annoying to have it there. And so it just seems out of place, like to have food stuff right there by the mailboxes and paper and all that. So I bought this thing like a year ago. This is the story of our lives, right? Like we bought stuff, we were ready, but then nothing gets put together. You draw whatever conclusions you want out of who's responsible for which part of that and what got done and what didn't. But anyway, and so it's just annoying. It's just annoying. It's really not that important. I just need it done. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is just continue to hang random artwork around. We still don't have much hanging in the studios yet and stuff like that. So working on that. And then the third thing is the boutique. Getting some grid and different things that we had, again, already purchased a year ago and ready to go, but just have never got put together. So those are kind of our three main goals for today. And then LSU plays, go Tigers. LSU plays at 6:30, I think, tonight versus Ole Miss. It's going to be a good game, and we are not in Baton Rouge to watch it, so we're going to try to get home to watch it in time. And the boys wanted to hang up some Halloween stuff. We still don't have any of our Halloween stuff up at home, and they have some fun like outdoor inflatable and just, you know, that type of thing that kids love. And so they're hoping to get home actually even before they changed this traffic pattern. Okay, it's smarter this way, it's better this way. They should have done this from the start, but whatever. So they want to actually get home maybe a little bit even earlier than that. So that means we have about 5 hours-ish to get some work done. So that is what we are gonna do. But first, get them some lunch, and then take them lunch, and they'll eat lunch quick, and then we will get to work. But I figured it was more efficient to have them get started on something while I deal with, you know, just the traffic of town, and it's just kind of seems like a waste of time to have them doing this with me. So they have better things to do. All right, guys, well, we will take you along for the ride today. As usual, I expect other random things will come up, or we'll see something else that we forgot about, or something that needs attention. That's to be expected, but at least that's the plan for today. So lunch first. Well, that was definitely a good idea to not take the boys along. Apparently the workers there at McDonald's, they had to go catch the chicken for the chicken nuggets and, you know, complete the process before I could get my chicken nugget Happy Meals. I don't know. It took forever. I was sitting at that like window 2, you know, how they make you pull ahead. Here's your drinks. You know, your slushy drinks, we're going to give those to you 15 minutes before your food so that they can be all liquefied before you get your food. And then, you know, then pull ahead to window 2. Typically, you don't have to wait that long, but it was like behind me car leaving, car leaving, car leaving, car leaving, car leaving. I was like, oh my gosh, they're seriously going to catch the chicken. I don't know. Anyway, so it was actually a really good idea to leave them here. It probably took about 20 minutes. So it definitely was worth it. So we'll see what they've accomplished in 20-25 minutes. Yeah, we'll go check on him here in a second. All right, so here's what he got done in the time it took McDonald's to make some chicken nuggets and some fish sandwiches. But so it was good to leave them here. Got, at least it was all in the box still. So that's first step, is to get everything. Where is the box? Where'd you put it? Oh, I didn't even see it. But get it out of the box and get everything out and kind of organized and starting to get put together. So that's exciting. Like I said, really not important, just annoying that it hasn't been done. Boys have got their fresh chicken nuggets. McDonald's workers went out and caught those chickens for you just a minute ago.
They're not fresh.
No? Maybe not?
They're not burning out like the ones in Decorah.
Oh, they did not just come out of them. Well, maybe it was Dad's fish that they had to go catch. Maybe they have a little pond out back. You know, who knows? But it took them a while. Or, oh, this will be good. What?
Or some used to do ice fishing and then put the ice fish in the freezer, then them have to warm the ice up.
Yeah.
And then
That sounds, yeah, more like probably what really happened, you know. But Mom just likes to be silly sometimes, huh? What did you guys do last night?
hockey game.
Hockey game. Was it fun? Yeah? That was like a little bit of a party? Yeah, I told you guys you'd have fun.
It's called Party Town.
I know, it's Party Town, right? Yeah, you guys had fun, didn't you?
The Blackhawks won.
Yep, the Blackhawks won, didn't they? Yep. And then what are we going to do today? We're going to work hard. We're going to help Dad, right? Because you want to get home and do what?
Put up Halloween decorations.
Yeah. Brooks, your hat's a little crooked, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who plays tonight?
LSU.
Go watch LSU, right?
Mhm.
You think they're going to win against Ole Miss? Yeah.
Talking about LSU, my mom has the LSU shirt.
Yeah, I know. I already showed them. You got to support on game day, for sure. Yeah? All right, so we're going to be good helpers, right?
Yeah.
Help Dad, hand him tools, whatever. Okay, all right. There's a pile of parts. So they said this is a little complex. So it's a little, there's a lot happening here. So Barrett and I are going to run to Walmart and grab a few things while Brooks is helping Dad here. If for some reason you get done before we get back.
No, probably not.
Probably not. If you do, you could start getting, like, finding the boutique stuff and start working on that. Yeah? Okay.
Me and I would be working on that.
We're going to run to Walmart and do a little errands, okay? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we found where all the ladybugs, well, Asian beetles, whatever they are. They're all right here above the exit sign. It's hard to see on here, but there. That's disgusting. There's a few over here kind of just hanging, but yeah, this is still from the other night, I believe, or maybe there was a couple nights they were really bad, but they've decided that's the place to be. Super weird. All right, Walmart was actually, I mean, it was busy, but it wasn't awful. We were able to get in and out pretty quick. So Barrett and I have some bets going. You think Dad's gonna be done with the shelf?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no then. Let's make it interesting. I'll say no. Okay? He might be, but just to keep things interesting, I'm gonna say no, okay? So what are we betting?
I don't know.
I don't know. Just bragging rights?
Yeah.
Whoever gets to say that they were right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. All right, we're almost there. Up to the building. We'll see if he is done or not. The answer is no, definitely not done. It's like got drawers and you got to put all these pieces together. There's maybe a reason he's held off on putting this together for a year. So, but we were very quick at Walmart. We knew exactly what we were getting, ran in, ran out. So it was actually pretty quick. Brooks is taking pictures of things. Barrett's throwing a football around that I told him do not throw in the building. Okay. Uh-huh. You found the artwork, yeah?
It's my Super Nintendo.
Okay. So I'm probably going to start organizing this a little bit. I don't want to make too big of a mess. It kind of like gets bigger before it gets smaller. But we got to figure out where we're hanging this stuff. Start making some decisions. So, yeah. Most of this, like these boxes, I think. Oh, I don't know. That says boutique on it, but I don't know if that's accurate. But this big box and all of these boxes here, it's all trophies. So those just require getting shelves up in probably black is going to be where we start with the trophies. But this kind of stuff and just random little artwork here and there. This kind of stuff I need to decide which studio it's going into and start to make some piles. There's a bunch of smaller stuff you can see up here. So, yeah. That's the next step. The problem is it's going to make I need to sprawl it out, which is going to make a bigger mess in here, but it's a process. All right, guys, out here in the entryway. So, one, I was going to show you our pumpkins that I talked about the other day that are hanging in the front. You can see them from the road. I just think it's cute and fun. It doesn't change the overall look of the building. It just adds a little bit of fun, which I think is us, right? And then a little table here that talks about core value of the month, and then they can make their little pumpkins. Yeah? So fun. And then we hang them. They put them in the done basket, and then we hang them out here so that other people can read their things. Remember, we have little kids, so I'm warning you before I start reading these to you. But it's hard to read because it's like backlit. But this one says, be kind and have a positive attitude. So that's how they show positivity. Be nice to people. I will cheer on my friends. Encouraging others. Cheering on my teammates. Smile. Cheer others on. Positivity is being kind. Kindness. So anyway, you get the general idea. But it allows kids to think. It gives parents a chance to talk with their kiddo about it. So I like it. What I've learned, I knew this as a classroom teacher, and it's just taken me some time to fully understand that people in general are the same as first graders, and that's not a bad thing. We're just human. But you know, kids in a classroom need authentic things. You can't tell them, all right, everybody, we're just gonna talk about math, and I'm gonna tell you that 2 + 2 = 4. Okay, everybody got that? I told you, we're good. You know, they need to touch it and feel it and play with it, and they need to count, and they need to play different games, and they need to do it in a variety of different ways, right? Classroom teachers, we all know that. But for some reason, when we think of adults in a broader community and older kids and things like that, we sometimes stop doing all those things. Well, everybody still learns in all these different ways. And so it's good to be able to write about it, to think about it, to reflect, to talk about it, as well as us presenting it in classes and sort of weaving it into dance. It's just very intrinsically woven into dance, which is amazing. However, it's good to have like all these different facets, right? So anyway, I'm excited about that. It's going well. They look great. It's fun. Every month will be different, and obviously different themes. It's not gonna be pumpkins every month, right? All right, I'm out here. So I'm out here because I brought one of my most sentimental pieces out here. I think I have a plan. I gotta decide if I want it to go on this wall or this wall. They mean two different things to me if you think about it. So I gotta figure out where I want it. But it's gonna go here or here. And what this is, in case you don't know, this is our very first year. This is year 1, 2009. So it was a 2008-2009 school year. And this is it. This is all of our kids. So we had one preschool class, which would have had a tap dance and a ballet dance. We had one we had one intro class. One of those babies. They're in college now. And then we had one kinder lower mix. And that would have been, let's see, that would have been here. Oh, I know what happened. So the lower kids stayed separate for jazz. That's why there's only 3 of them. And then I put them together for ballet and tap. There we go. And then we had like a mid class. That's these guys here. They would have had 3 dances. 1, 2, and 3. And then we had a middle school class, which would have been these guys. 1, 2, and 3. And then we would have had a high school class. 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. And there's some familiar faces here. Miss Molly is here. Isabel, who used to work at the desk in Denver, you might recognize her. Natty G was working as a virtual assistant for a few years while she was in college. Miss Jess. And who else might you recognize that's still around today? I mean, I know all these guys. I remember all these kids, but I'm trying to think of who you would. Well, this is, okay, so Kristen, who's in the building, who owns Cricky Fit, this is her little one who graduated last year, I think, from high school. Yeah, these guys are all freshmen in college, this group, I believe. Yes, and who else might you recognize? Okay, this is Kristen's other daughter. And then, where is she at? There she is. McLean, who now sits at the desk. She's a sophomore in college, I believe. She sits on the desk on Wednesday nights. That's her as a preschooler. So anyway, you can tell, I mean, obviously, this is, McLean would be in this group again. She's right there in the middle. This is extremely meaningful to me, right? This was year 1. This was the start of it all. This was all me. I was the receptionist. I was the janitor. I taught all the classes, obviously, because there was only however many of them. But this is where we ended up by pictures. So March, April time of the year, this is where we ended up. And starting from scratch, well, 22 is what I opened with, because we were taking enrollments over the summer as we were preparing to open the studio. But anyway, so yes, this is extremely meaningful to me, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's yeah. And for other people around, you know, for those people that I talked about, obviously it's meaningful for them too. And even if I hope that our community values that, you know, even if you're not one of these people, the idea and the concept that we started from extremely humble beginnings, from nothing. I mean, from scratch, from $10,000. Luckily, that my grandpa loaned me, and by me sacrifice as a college student, I moved in with my grandparents to make it happen, and I would not change it. I would not change it for the world. But when you sit inside of a 32,200 square foot, multi-million-dollar building, and you think, how the heck, a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of divine intervention is how you get here. But I'm thankful to be a vehicle. I am grateful to be along for the ride. What an amazing ride, right? Like, it's like the best roller coaster that you can ever imagine. And not everybody gets to ride this roller coaster ride, and I'm very, very thankful and grateful for that. So, again, I talk a lot about micro and macro. Micro, I'm thinking, oh, this has to get done, this has to get done. I have 28 things on my to-do list today because I was sick last week, and right? Macro, I think about the last 17 years, and I think, I can't imagine anything cooler to do with my life than change the lives of these little sweet kids, right? I mean, what, and how fortunate I am to be able to have such an amazing roller coaster ride to be able to go on. Anyway, okay. Should have known this would make me emotional. But, okay, here's what I'm wanting to do with this. So one of these walls, I want to have, like, we've got the, you can kind of see it over there, the best of the best plaque that we won a few years ago. We have more of that kind of stuff from over the years. So like plaques and stuff, I want to put on one of these walls, and then on one of the walls, I want to have this. Beside it, I want some vinyl, I think, because I want it really big. So I just want vinyl on the wall that tells a little bit about our story, that just says, you know, where we started in 2008, 700 square foot, staff 1, like almost like stats, like square foot 700, staff 1, students 22, which that gets weird because we started with 22 and then we ended with, however, I think it was like 50, but we could count. All these kids don't count, like this would be 1 enrollment, and this still counts as 1 enrollment because that's a combo class. So we only count this as 1 enrollment. So anyway. But yeah, and I just wanted to talk about, you know, where we started, and, you know, a lot has changed, but one thing hasn't, our mission, and then list our mission. So I think, you know, guys, if you watch these at all, you've caught on. If you work with me, you know, there's very much thought and reasoning that goes into every single thing that we do. I actually had this conversation with our staff at the retreat. You know, our colors being pink and black, that is not just, there's a lot of reasoning that our colors are pink and black. And they were just like, oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Anyway, so everything there's a lot of thought into. Nothing's really by happenstance unless it's something I didn't choose. So for example, this flooring here. Yes, this is happenstance. I didn't choose it. It was here. But the colors that we use, redesigning of the logo, why it's a circle, like all of that has a lot of meaning. So when you're entering, when you're coming in, okay, you're going to see this wall better, right? Like that's what you see upon entering. When you leave, you see this wall more, right? Now, yes, you can argue, yes, you can see both of them, but I'm saying from your perspective. So as you're leaving the studios over here, or you're kind of leaving the space, you're coming this way, You're seeing this wall. You're seeing this wall. You're seeing this wall. Yes, you could stop and turn and look at this wall, but this is what you're focused on. So I have to decide, do I want the plaques and awards and that kind of stuff here? Or do I want this to be here? I could argue either side of it. I almost think I would argue that I want to leave them with like the most important thing, right? So I'm leaning towards that this actually is going to go on this wall. The plaques, the awards, the things can go here. They're shiny and fun, and then come see what we're all about. Come explore our culture and experience our experience. And then on the way out, I want to leave you with this. I like it, I think. Science was actually supposed to come last week when I was sick. That didn't happen, obviously, I rescheduled. So they're coming this coming week, and I have a few different spots that I want them to be looking around, and we're gonna make a plan of what we do with them. So somehow out here, we need to get core values. Now my problem is we have 7 core values. Because I was originally thinking, you know, this might look cool to do like some white letters or something, something cool 3-dimensional on this wall, give it some texture, you know, and go boom, 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 boom. The problem with that is we have 7 core values, 2 of which are very long when you write them out. Community involvement and age appropriateness. Community involvement, you could just shorten to community, and I would be fine with that. Age appropriateness, there's no way to shorten that. So I don't know, and I really don't think I want anything above. I think that would look weird. I think it would make that, whatever we put there, be very highlighted, and I don't know that I want to highlight any of our core values over another. We tend to list positivity first, but I don't know that I want it that much highlighted compared to the others. And then what do we do with age appropriateness? Because it is such a long one. So anyway, those are the things when she's here, we'll kind of talk about, and she can maybe do some mock-ups for me with a couple different options. I don't know. So core values need to go somewhere out here. There's this cool little space I think would be fun to put something like now entering. No, I don't know. See, that's, I don't have a super clear idea, but something like, I don't know, a primer, like now entering a positive zone, or like memories made here, or I'm really spitballing this, but you know, something like we're telling them what to expect, you know, lives changed ahead. I don't know, but like softer than that. Anyway, that's just kind of a cool little like thing, a little canvas that we could do something with. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna switch this, and I'm gonna put this over here. This is how my brain works, you guys. I think I'm gonna put that over here. Ooh. And then I thought about keeping this in my office, I'm not gonna lie. But then I thought, I'm gonna keep that to myself. Like, I already know this. I know the story. I think we need to share it too. All right, so that goes here. Plaques and stuff can go here. We need to maybe find a few more. So we can start to figure out how we're putting that together. But yeah, I don't know. We have to leave these corners open for now. I think eventually what we'll do is like back to dance time, we'll get some of those pull-up banners to go in the corners or something, or maybe just one corner. This corner is just kind of awkward. But the Christmas trees are very important, and they have to go. One has to go in this corner, and one has to go in this corner. And then the core values is something. I don't know how to make that work. We also have this wall, too. So there's that. We could put plaques and stuff here and put the core values here. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard when you have so much space. It actually makes it more difficult when you have too many choices, right? Out here it was pretty easy because we didn't have a lot of choices. So it's kind of like, it is what it is. We also have that really large glass ballet dancer that needs to go somewhere. And I don't know where she goes. So that's another thing. You know, that might need to go out here too. I don't know. So anyway, this is where I'm stuck because, yeah, we kind of ran out of room out here, and then other places like the hallways and stuff. I mean, there's so much room. So, okay, well, I'm going to keep working on artwork here a little bit. All right. So here's another kind of focal piece. Barrett says a lady. So as you can see, she's kind of large. It's very pretty. It's glass. The whole piece is glass. You're just seeing the reflection of the light in the ceiling there because she's still wrapped in plastic. But I gotta figure out where to put her. Okay, so when I originally bought her, I was thinking that she was gonna go somewhere out here because scale-wise, this would make sense. But between the windows and the doors and the little vending machine and then the windows and door over here and this big door, there really ended up being little space here and there to be able to hang stuff, right? So the TVs had to go first. That's part of our service. That's part of what we do. So we knew we had to put the TVs up. So then that bulletin board case thing was already there and we liked it, so we kept it. The clock made sense to go there. We just don't have, she's too big to fit there. She's too big to fit anywhere else in here. So my thought was, yes, she could go on this wall, but we need something equally to balance it, and that's not going to happen. So my thought is either she's going to have to go in my office, which I mean, I would love, but actually that wasn't my purpose in buying it, was that I was the only one who was going to see it. But we could put her here, possibly, on this wall, and then put the plaques and things here, which actually I think makes more sense. Anyway, so she could go there. The issue with her going there is that she's glass, and this is like a walking, right? These we can hang on the wall pretty well and get them fairly secured. That glass thing, I don't know. That worries me a little bit. So there's nowhere else for her to go. There just isn't. There's just... Something could definitely go above the, right there, above the core value machine, but not, she's too big. She's too big. The only other place she could have went is where the clock went, but then we would have had the same issue with the clock, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I could buy another one if they still have them and put them on either side, but that's not what I'm envisioning there either. I don't really want to tuck her away. We could put her in the student lounge. We could put her in the boutique, but then not everyone's getting to see it, which is not what I'm going for either. And in here, honestly, I don't think she's needed. We're going to do something cool with signs and designs for core values on this big black wall. This, I think, is just going to go here for now, and then maybe we could put some dance pictures on either side, and then this guy's going there. So there's really no place for her to go in there. Yeah, I mean, I think it's either there in the hall or in my office, which is not what I wanted to do. let's take a look at my office quick. There's really not room for her in here either. I don't know what I thought there was more room on like this wall or this wall, but with the window, not so much. So, because eventually I'd like to put a TV. She could go here, I guess, if we're not going to put a TV on the wall. Eventually, my thought was eventually to put a TV on the wall here for meetings and things like that. Because right now everyone just sits and like I swivel my computer screen around and we all kind of look at it. Which is, I mean, it kind of works, but not super well. And I think my original other thought was like, the kids are in here. They were, you know, last year a little bit more often. So it's something to keep them busy, but they're really not. And as they get older, when they're here, they're going to be working and having things to do. So she could go here, but then it's like, that makes me sad. Like, I don't know. Nobody's really enjoying it. This guy is going above the couch. And then probably like my diploma and certificates and things like that will probably go right here. This over there. I don't know. I just don't want her. I mean, and nobody really sees that. We already have that figured out. Brittany's office, I mean, something could go like there, but that's it. The conference room we already have figured out. We're going to put those in there, which I think is great. The ADC canvases. And then a TV will go here. I mean, I guess she could go there. She could go there. Okay, so if these are here, the TV is there, she could go here. I mean, proportionate-wise, this space would be okay. It's just we're in a pretty small room. So I don't know, like, let me wide angle here. That's pretty big for this small room. I don't know, but this is where we meet with parents. We do all of our interviewing in here for new hires, smaller meetings like with ambassadors or manager coordinators. Sometimes those kind of things can happen in here because it's a smaller space or a smaller group, so we don't need a large space. I mean, I don't know. If this is closed, you can see from in here, kind of in there. Not everyone's going to see it, but just if you're standing right at this kind of angle. Let's go, I'm curious, let's go to the front. Now, some of you might be hearing this and going, she's crazy, just hang it somewhere. Don't spend 20 minutes thinking about it. Well, here's the thing. We plan to be here for a very, very, very long time. And we're not going to switch stuff around every year. A lot of this stuff is going to stay where we put it for a very long time. And so it is important, I think, to think it through. And to me, it's a way of showing respect to what I do. We don't just wing things. We think them through, and we really think about the experience that it brings to everybody. So if you're walking in, let's do vantage point. You're walking in. You're going to see all this. I think I've talked to you guys about this, but I think I want to put textured wallpaper in strips, black textured wallpaper here and here, and then get some black and white dancer pictures, hopefully of our own dancers would be cool, to put here and here on the black. I don't know. We'll see. I just like the black's a little dramatic, you know? I like it. Okay, but you're coming in. You would kind of see her. Like as you walk through here, she'd be right through this window on that wall right there. So, I mean, I don't know. I'll ask Josh, because, you know, He's a great interior designer. And then, of course, we have the whole like hallway areas and all that. But here's the thing. 95% of our parents on an average week, actually probably higher than that, 98% of our parents on an average week do not leave the waiting room space. They maybe go to the bathroom, which we have, you know, kind of community board thing happening here, which we can make look more official than that. They go to the bathroom and then they go back in here. So that doesn't really make a ton of sense either. Yeah. And of course we have all the hallways upstairs and stuff too, but again, they're just hallways. And eventually, yes, we want them to be lined with things, but they're not really our color scheme right now. You know, all this wallpaper needs to be redone in all these hallways. So, yes, something could go here, something could go here. Possibly something could even go here, I don't know. But I think that needs to be more like banner type things versus like a glass artwork thing. Like, I don't think that makes sense out here. So yeah, I think our options are, I don't think I want it in my office now that we've talked it through. Thanks for talking it through with me. I think she's either got to go here or I think she's got to go in the conference room, and either one would work. So we'll see what Josh thinks. Oh, and did you see my cute pumpkins? Gotta be cute. This is looking a little cluttered over here. I don't know why all of this is over here, but it is. Yeah, better. A little better, a little better. Maybe we don't put, I don't know. We'll leave them, I guess. But yeah, that's a little better. I just thought those were cute. Cute little guys. They probably need to be on the outside with the papers on the inside. You always put like that. Better. I don't know, these papers seem odd over here just because we have so much other stuff going on. I don't know. We'll try that. It looks a little better. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, but anyway. And then, I don't know, I have a couple different ideas. I think our old pictures from the last year that we did them this way on University, I'll show you in a second. I don't know. Could either go here, right here, or in a hallway somewhere upstairs, but I don't know. Barrett had a good idea while we're waiting for Josh to finish with that cupboard thing. Okay, thanks, buddy. He said, well, let's look at the vending machine. So yeah, we've got two things that are out. One because it's sold out, one because it expired. And then we've got like definitely the beef sticks. I think that's the last one. The Twix, that's the last one. There's only like 5 or 6 fruit snacks. So we're gonna take a look and see, fill her up. I can't remember if we've ever shown you guys what this looks like, the drinks, but now we're full. You can tell which ones were cold before, and then the ones we just put in. We put in a couple more purple Powerade, so we'll shut that one. And then this is what can you open the top one? Do you remember how to do that?
No, you never taught me.
Here, hold this one. You back up, be the cameraman. So that's what the pop looks like. We don't have any more Sunkist, so we can't fill that up, but the 7-Up and A&W and Dr. Pepper's filled. And then we have one more row of drinks. And that's what we have. Yeah. So we're pretty well filled up. We only have one beef stick and one Twix bar left, but we don't have any more to fill it with. Everything else is really full. Okay, let's close this because this is refrigerated. So we want to get that closed up. This goes like this. Okay. And then hopefully Dad checked the, what are you recording right now? Hopefully Dad checked the coins and all that the other night when he was in here. But yeah, nice and filled up. Whoopsies. Why is this not? Okay, hold on. There we go. So yeah, pretty full. Okay, now we gotta go see Dad. Brooke said that that is done, so let's go check that out.
Going to the waiting room.
Garrett, honey, hold it. Honey, hold it still. Hopefully no one has motion sickness watching this.
Well, you know.
Oh, careful when you open that door. He might hear us. You keep cameraing. No. What is it? It's back here. This is its spot. Ooh, looks good. Yeah, and there's even room on the top to like put some storage too. Up there, look.
Yeah.
Between the 2003 TV and that. Awesome. Hey, what's the deal with this? This door just likes to open itself? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. We need to put like a door stopper right here to keep the door from opening all the way. But yeah, that looks really good. It's a better place for our microwave. It frees up. Can you imagine the microwave sitting over here? Like, there's not even room. So it frees up this to be more, you know, paper and mailboxes and things like that. And then food can stay a little bit more over here by the coffee and stuff, which makes more sense. And it gives us more cupboards. That's why I picked this one, because we can hide some more stuff. So that's always good. And then I didn't even realize it was going to be that short. So we need to get this TV. What are we doing with this TV? Just throwing it in the garbage, probably.
No, it's a classic. It's a collectible.
I don't know about that.
No one else has it. It's a collectible.
Okay. Well, we'll figure out something to do with the TV, but especially once we take that down, there'll be a ton of room to... It just looks... reminds me of, like, my high school days. But there'll be plenty of room to put some stuff above there. That'll be nice. Awesome. All right. That's done. Took a little longer than we wanted, but that's okay. Now we're going to hang some more things on the wall. All right, so yeah, that looks really good. That's gonna be perfect for storage for stuff like that. The doorstop, of course, is still, even though it's on, well, it's half on, he took the screw off, but it's still allowing the door to open to like here, which we want, which in a normal setting would be fine. But because someone could be standing here at the microwave, we actually need it to stop itself like out here. And so he's going to see if he can find a longer screw. Being creative and definitely innovative with things, because it's never, you never have, or even the stores sometimes never have exactly what you are wanting. So we got distracted because we wanted to go take a look at that. So we need to come back to that area that's still a mess and half open over there, and get a couple more things hung up and head home and be home in time to do some Halloween decorating tonight with the kids, and also watch the LSU game. So priorities, no, but seriously though, we do expect our kids to spend a lot of time here and being patient and helping, and I think it's great. I actually had a conversation with with somebody the other day. I think those of us who are raising our kids to have respect and have a work ethic and not be afraid to work hard, not shy away from 50, 60 hours of work a week, those types of things. I think our kids are going to be fine in the future because they're going to be in very high demand because there's not going to be very many of them. So if you want to set your kid up for success in the future, I think it's making sure that they know how to work hard, because trust me, I would rather hire, you know, at this point, I think a lot of us business owners are just hoping and praying that the next generation knows how to work a little bit better and understands reality a little bit better than this current generation coming out of college. And yeah, I mean, just skipping a generation to work might be what we need to do. So, but yeah, so I think it's great. I think it's great for the kids to understand that for some of us, if you want nice things, you want to be able to go on vacation when you want to be able to do things, we have to work hard for it. Some people get handed it, absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own. But for my kids and myself and my family, there's no inheritance or trust funds or things like that. We have to make that money if we want to enjoy those things in life. So I don't know what my kids are going to do when they grow up. They might find, you know, a passion like mine where it's not about money. You're called for something different. I don't know. You just don't know. But I don't think regardless of what they're called to do, I don't think having a good work ethic is ever a bad thing. Okay? Because it doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish. Being able to work hard is a really, really, really good thing. And I think it's so, so valuable, and it's going to only continue to be increasingly valuable. So I think it's great, but also, you know, we need to spend time as a family that we're not working too. So we're gonna leave here in maybe an hour or so. So we'll see what we can get done in the next little bit. But all right, we'll keep you updated. Okay, here's his creativity coming out here. I guess he said it's a TV spacer for a TV wall mount. And they just used double-sided Velcro to attach it to the door. Also, yes, the wonderful paint job is done by Iowa Wall, in case anybody cares. Look at this door. This was what it looked like when they handed it over to us. Ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, when you look, it's awful. Anyway, but yeah, so it's gonna stop the door further out. Meant by being creative, we're always being creative. Okay, so we're gonna hang some other stuff. Yeah, we got the girl on the floor here. She's gotta go somewhere. We've got the year 1 pictures out by the entryway that need to go somewhere as well. So we're gonna get a couple things. It's a process. I thought we were kind of on like a 1-year plan to settle in. Now I'm like, it's more like a 5-year plan, I think, to settle in. It is what it is. It's a huge building, and you know, with only a couple people, you get done what you can get done. And honestly, if we had 20 people here right now, they would be ahead of me, because I don't know where everything needs to go until I start to see. We've talked about this before, like kind of big things to smaller things. Okay, I know this one, I want this to go here. Okay, I want this to go here. Okay, now by process of elimination, this has to go here. And that's how things fall into place. Big rocks to small rocks, right? So, yeah. Now, we could have a couple people here, and that would definitely help. But we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll plan a day. We know we need some help with the whiteboards, because they're just huge and heavy, and so Josh will need a few friends here. So maybe we could line up like a full day of work, get the whiteboards done and hang some stuff. So, but for now, this is what we can do when we have a few hours here and there. All right, getting this little one hung up. We're just gonna screw it to the wall. It's always a good idea in commercial spaces. So he made holes through the frame, and now we're gonna screw it right in to the wall. A little bit of mess here. We're going to clean up in a second. But yeah, it's going to look great. Do you need my help again? Maybe. Okay, it's up. I'm excited. I'm so excited to get the rest of it. Like, I'm just envisioning vinyl on the wall that kind of somehow maybe wraps this and comes down beside it kind of and takes up the space to balance it. So right now it looks silly because it looks like off-centered, but there'll be other stuff here that talks about, you know, how we started. A little bit of cleaning up left to do here, and then we're going to start on the glass lady in the conference room. So get this one going, and then that's probably all we're going to get to today. The third thing on my list was the boutique, spending some time in there. That's probably not going to happen today with what time it is, but that microwave holder thing was a little more intense than what I thought. But it is nice to have it put together now. So this gal appears to just has these things glued on the back of her, and then it comes with the screws and anchors that you need, and you just hang her on the wall. So that's why I opted not to put it in the hallway there, because we can't screw it to the wall because it's glass. So we're going to put it in here in the conference room where it's a little more protected. All right, Bear's going to help me shop vac up the mess from hanging the one over here, and then we'll have it ready for the one over there. Yeah? You think the shop vac's still in here? Things, this building is so big that it's so hard to keep track of things. All right, turn the light on, bud. Way in the back. See it go all the way back on top of that blue. It is where it's supposed to be. Good deal. So awesome. Look at their little cute pink gloves hanging over the whatever that is. Sink?
Water faucet.
Water faucet and sink thing. All right. All right, we'll get him to clean this up, and then we'll have it ready for in the conference room too. There'll be a mess. So, all right, buddy. You know what to do with it? Well, that's a good question. There's one here. That might be the closest one. We wouldn't have purposely put any in the toddler play area, but no, there isn't. There aren't any. So that might be your closest one, buddy, unless there's one around the corner. Easy peasy. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, you gotta get that stuff and then this stuff over here, okay, buddy?
What stuff? That stuff?
Yep. Good helpers. You don't need that. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Fire it up.
You do it. I'm recording you. I'm gonna help him. Okay, trying to get it level. It's always fun. Always fun. She was hanging up already once. She's just crooked. So now we're trying to get her level. I don't know. But look at how amazing it looks though. Even crooked, it looked really good. Just gotta get her level. Josh said he loves this kind of project. His favorite thing to do ever. No comment. All right, I'm gonna go help. Okay, she's up and she's level. She's looks so good. That's a perfect like proportion and with the black and the white, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Looks so good. Looks even better in person because around her, the edge of her tutu, you can't see it here, but it almost looks metallic silver, and it's not just flat. It gives it a little texture, but you can't see it on camera. Oh, there you can a little bit. There's a little shine right there. Right. Like that, right there. So yeah, no, it looks good. Looks really good. So let's back it up from walking into the conference room. Can you hear the kids in the background? Yeah, it's about time to go. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I mean, I would have loved it in my office, if I'm being honest. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. But I wanted to share it. I wanted to share it. So yeah. And then TV. Awesome. But yeah, let's back it up. I'm curious what it will look like for the most part. Well, let's do it with door open first. If you're coming from over here, God, that looks good. It looks good. Normally the door will be closed, so imagine the door closed, but you can still see in the side light. Yes, I love it. It's a nice, just perfect proportion there. Awesome. Okay, so we got her done. We got the microwave thing in the staff lounge done, which ended up being a bigger project than what we thought. And we got that one up, ready for the signs and designs people to come. And we'll come up with something to go along the side of it. So my children hurt each other. We are going to just pick up. We just got to walk around, pick stuff up, close doors, things like that. There's a bunch of cardboard that needs to go out now. Clean up in here and head home. So, all right, guys. I think this is probably the end unless something crazy and funny or exciting happens. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you here. Bye, guys.